What are some of the worst places to live?
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please!
Is Detroit really that bad?
No!
Alright, I'm gonna go straight into this. The earth is pretty garbage. I can't imagine it once being a beautiful haven where life and nature were one with each other in harmony. That just sounds like a fantasy. Now it's divided, polluted, and just plain old gross to live in.
We're over here fighting over flags.
Almost every region and country on this earth has many flaws, so much so that it makes me think, why do people even live there? Some of these places are equal to living in literal hell. And as someone who lives in the United States, the land of the annoying and the home of the obese, I know what true despair looks like.
Where do you live?
I know how to tell the difference between each dumpster I've stayed at. And since I do...
What are some of y'all worst places to live? Comment right now. And where do you live? I live in Virginia. I'm a Virginia nigga, you feel me? East Coast to Beast Coast.
In this video, I'll be listing some of the worst places to live at on planet Sheen.
Okay.
Whether it be a country, or a city, or a supermarket. First place I'll be talking about is the U.S. Let's just get the obvious out the way. The United States is a chaotic mess. The people here are some of the most closed-minded people to ever learn to read and write.
That is
fact. And that part's debatable. In this place, you can't agree to disagree. You have to pick a side. You're either on the socially popular acceptable side, or you're looked at as the villain, no in-betweens. No, it's like that in other places now, but we're the ones that started it and pushing it down everyone's throats.
Oh my God!
Nowhere is safe. I hate the fact that every time I walk into a movie theater, I always look for the emergency exit, just in case there's some dude that recently got rejected by his crush decides, time to go nuts! I'm sick of it. And not that every place here is bad. There's some heat here. You know, there's NYC, DC, Jersey.
What the fuck was that picture?
There's some heat here. You know, there's NYC, DC, Jersey, Georgia, Florida. That's it. Everything else can disappear. California is literally one of the worst places on this planet. Chicago is full of young boy fans, you know, those radioactive people. Arizona, you're gonna die of heat exhaustion. Detroit, you're gonna come back to no house. And there's literally nothing in this area, in this middle of the United States. There's nothing there. Nothing. Like, what's that misery?
I like
misery because you're gonna be miserable living there. I've said my piece of living
I like Texas. I like Texas.
Next up on my list, we have 7-Eleven. Not necessarily living inside a 7-Eleven, but living around one. Why 7-Elevens?
He not lying. Bro, have y'all ever stayed near a 7-Eleven? When you stay near a 7-Eleven, it's just niggas outside 7-Eleven. Go the fuck home. They open 24 hours and niggas just stand outside. Can I get $1? Bro, I had one nigga come up to me and rap a whole song and ask for money. Swear to God. He was, I just did crack last night, nigga. You already know I pulled a trigger, nigga. I was like, what are we talking about? He's asking for $20. What are we talking about?
Why 7-Elevens? Because the most janky people show up there. Yes. Everybody has been to a 7-Eleven where there's either a crackhead or a homeless person hanging around there. And since it's a 7-Eleven, it's gonna get robbed at least twice a year. Living around such a place will most definitely suck and lower your property value. Just to let you know, if a 7-Eleven opens next to your neighborhood, you're basically living in the projects now.
Hey, Slurpees go crazy. I love Slurping in
because your town is slowly gonna turn into Brazil. Next worst place, a very real place to live in.
Damn.
Bikini Bottom. I don't know what it is about this place, but when I'm watching the show, it looks like a very frustrating place to live in. Whether it's living in between these two dumbasses or just live in the city, you're gonna have a bad life. Because every fish in this show is just a to everybody. Like you could just be vibing and then they start roasting you out of nowhere. It's not Mr. Krabs' fault that he has big meaty claws. He was just playing an instrument. He's just born like that too. Bikini Bottom is literally the Birmingham of the ocean. Not to mention the city gets destroyed every now and then.
Nah, that's
Whether that be from SpongeBob and Patrick or a god doing it, the city gets burned down basically every season. How can insurance companies even exist with this happening so often?
Sonic had a collab.
The only two options to eat at are the crust.
This man SpongeBob is an idiot. Look at this, y'all.
Companies even exist with this happening so often. Plus, the only two options to eat at are the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket. And the Krusty Krab be having new recipes every other episode. You can't trust it. It's gonna be a completely different burger the next day. And the Chum Bucket is... The food is unedible at these places 90% of the time. This is a horrible place to live. The people here are jackasses, SpongeBob and Patrick exist, and your house will probably be destroyed. Bikini Bottom sucks. Plus, it's underwater. You can't even
Kirby
breathe.
suck is
Next
crazy.
is the Cars universe. Now, if you're not a car and you just a normal dude, it'll kind of suck living here. Everybody
Hold
has
on.
a car.
Have y'all heard about the conspiracy theory about cars? There used to be humans, but cars took over everything. That's what I heard.
Is the Cars universe. Now, if you're not a car and you just a normal dude, it'll kind of suck living here. Everybody has a car or a truck, and if you just a dude, how do you get anywhere? Do you just go inside one of these cars and start
That
driving?
would be like
That
sexual
sounds weak.
harassment.
Plus, it's
Yeah,
only
that would be
cars,
sexual
and
harassment.
how do you do a car? Like, you gotta look for the car ussy or the cussy, or what am I supposed to call these things? You can't form a relationship with a car. This ain't TLC. And also, I'm about to go environmentalist, but imagine the carbon footprint these guys are leaving in the atmosphere. Because they're all vehicles. They're all cars. The ozone layer is just black at this point. These guys are ruining the environment, and you wouldn't want to live in that. I think the Cars universe is a bust. I'd rather live in a bus. Next worst place to live in, North Korea. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Up next, Gotham. In superhero universes, any place where the superhero lives at or where they all meet up is the most dangerous place on Earth. New York City in the Marvel universe is basically
horrible.
World War II every day. And Gotham ain't much better. In fact, it has even more criminals than any other. There's literal psychopaths going around and killing people and blowing shit up all the time. And the city's best hero is a vigilante who doesn't even kill them, just so they can break out of prison and continue the cycle of...
Is that Aaron from Internet City? At first glance, I think that's Internet City.
And the city's best hero is a vigilante who doesn't even kill them, just so they can break out of prison and continue the cycle of high crime statistics. You can't even go to work right in a subway in this city without worrying about the Riddler blowing up the whole train for his Twitch stream just because he got 2 gifted subs. I'm not dying for the Riddler's 7-viewer Twitch stream. You can't even have a night out in this city because every fun place with a lot of people inside, like a club or a party, is bound to get blown up by a village. The safest place is your house, and I'm positive the housing market in Gotham is non-profitable. I can probably get a 3-bedroom apartment for $10 in this city. They just giving houses away because no one wants to live there. Hell, I could probably buy a mansion next to Bruce Wayne's house for $100. It doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna die next month because of the next bi-weekly Joker terrorist attack. And that's just gonna be the normal Monday for everybody.
Bi-weekly
Your normal
is crazy.
days will change living here. You're gonna hear shooting and explosions outside, look and say, there goes Joker again, blowing up the children's hospital.
Imagine being numb to this. Being numb to Joker walking
That's
around.
your new routine. This
Couldn't be me.
place sucks. It's horrible. It makes the GTA verse look like the Wonder Pets verse. You should never live in Gotham. But do you know what's worse than Gotham?
What's worse?
Worse than Bikini Bottom?
What's worse?
Than anything I've mentioned beforehand.
Talk to me.
It's a place where nightmares come to life.
Okay.
A place where the most nefarious live, the evil is evil, the bad is bad.
I feel like it's gonna be some troll. He about to troll us, y'all.
Of true terror.
He about to troll us.
I'm talking about England.
What the fuck? Hey.
This is the most uncivilized, broken country on this planet. England is a country that is run by barbaric cavemen.
Yo, why is he on England's head like this?
People. But since I don't see them as equal in any way, shape, or form, I personally call them braggers. Their education is bankrupt. Their society.
Wait, whoa! No. Did y'all catch that?
I personally call them braggers. Their education is bankrupt. Their society is still in the Stone Age. Their technology is non-existent. They still haven't invented toothpaste yet. They made James Corden. They gave us the boring-ass version of The Office. This is the worst place on planet Earth! And I've been to England myself. I got first-hand experience on what it's like to be in a ninth world country.
Fucking with it, bro.
And it's exactly what you expect. It stinks! The food is unedible. The fanciest dish they have is beans on toast. This is orphanage food. I can't eat this. They play soccer. They drink tea. They still have a queen. These guys are not real. They still living in the 1600s. You guys lost. Get over it. They can't be real because I don't even understand them when they speak. They speak certain dialect like splendid, crumpets. Like, those are not words. These people are ruining the climate. They're taking our jobs and they're ruining the world. And I'm pretty sure I got an STD while I was over there.
Wait, what?
I'm never going back.
Wait, we not. Nah, what the bro? He said these people. So you telling me you went to a 9th or 12th world country, whatever you said, and had sex with one of these briggers? It ain't their fault you got an STD. You should have strapped up. Where did you get the STD from? Breathing? What was you doing out there?
Pretty sure I got an STD while I was over there. I'm never going back. It would be better if everything disappeared. Everyone disappeared.
Yo.
Tom Holland disappeared.
Yo, man, bro, I love Tom.
Why he takes a day?
See, this is where it all came from. He's just a hating ass nigga.